Are you sick and tired of people sending you lowball offers on eBay, or just wasting your time with offers that just do not make sense? Well, in this video, I've got a little hack that I want to share with you, and that is the topic of this video. What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Really do appreciate you being here. My name's Chris, and I'm building a business that suits my lifestyle. Now, as I said, the topic for this week is talking about lowball offers that we receive on eBay. Now, I think more than ever in the last couple of weeks and the last couple of months, I have been seeing myself personally, but also seeing other people talk about it, that they're receiving more than ever more lowball offers. And look, I think it makes sense because we're in a cost of living crisis. I mean, at the end of the day, people are feeling it at the hip pockets. Heck, my insurance alone just went up 17%, and my phone bill went up by 6%, all in the same week. So I'm feeling it too. We're all feeling it. I get it. But when it comes to lowball offers, it can be very frustrating, and we can get so annoyed with the time that it wastes. Well, here today, I want to explain to you how you can fix that problem with two different things. One, we're going to talk about how you can automate that with eBay. And then secondly, how you can actually leverage it and turn it into your advantage. Now, if you do not use offers, or maybe they don't apply to you because of your business model, that's okay. I do have some other little hacks in this video that I believe will help you just manage your numbers a little bit better so you can get the best bang for buck over a long period of time. So let's get into the detail. And of course, if you do stick around to the end, I do also have an update on my business for the week, and also a bit of show and tell. And I tell you, it's been my best week yet. So as I said, there are two ways that we can be managing offers. And the first one is eBay's inbuilt features. I mean, they have these features for a reason, for us to leverage. It's going to save you time, and it's going to save you brain space. And then the second one is how we can understand our numbers and leverage that to automate it and then make more money. So number one, eBay's inbuilt features. Now, if you have not checked this out, I will put a link in the description below so you can jump over there and have a look and read for yourself in your own time. But essentially, we have a couple of different options that we can add to our listings. Now, you may need a store for this. eBay's always changing what they allow for different people. However, go to this link, check it out if it's relevant for you. If you're already using best offers, you already know what I'm talking about. But essentially, there's two options here that we can choose from. A minimum offer accepted that you will entertain. So essentially, if you're willing to have any offer come through that is above $15, doesn't mean you're accepting it. It just means that you're willing to even think about it or entertain it. This is the one for you. So maybe you're selling an item for $20 and you're happy for offers to come through at $15 at a minimum amount. That way you're going to decide, yep, I'm going to decide if I'm going to take it or not. The second one is accept greater than. So what is the minimum amount that you are willing to accept automatically? And this one changes the game when it comes to timing, because if you've got a $40 item up and you know that you're happy to take $30 or $25, you can have it set. So that way when someone does send that lower ball offer, it automatically accepts it. Now you're thinking, well, who on earth is taking almost half price for an item? Well, that's what we're going to discuss for part number two. Part number one is very simple. There's tools there, use them. Number two is let's understand our numbers and let's now automate it even better. Because when we understand our numbers, it gives us opportunity to actually make more money. Now you're probably thinking, this doesn't make sense. Well, it does, because even if people are lowballing you, there's probably a couple of reasons to consider here. So when we understand what our numbers are, right? And what I mean by this is, what's your bottom line? How much wiggle room do you have with the item that you're selling? What's your margins? Can you sell this a lot cheaper than you actually have it listed because you paid $1 for it or something? When we understand this, it gives us options and it gives us power when it comes to selling in the market, whether it's working against our competitors or whether it's actually working with the customer that's trying to haggle with us. Now, I discuss on why people buy and their different psychologies around what makes them purchase and what they're trying to pay in a previous video. I've discussed that already. If you want to check that out, go check it out. But today, what I really want to take you through is an example and some clarification of how, when you understand your numbers, it's going to work in your favor. Now, let's say you've purchased some books and you can see others selling it between $40 and $55. So you're going to try and sell it for $45. You think that's a fair price? Why not? But hang on. Someone comes along and offers you $20. Boom. With eBay's tools, all of a sudden you can have it decline for that less amount, but you can also have it accept if you want to. That's just to give you some understanding of how that automation works. When you list those items, this is where the kicker is. This is where you really need to understand. When you list those items, you need to validate the listing in terms of the numbers you've paid for it and the numbers you are wanting to get. So let me explain this for you. How much did you pay for these said books or book that you're selling for $45? Was it $5? Was it $10? How much was it? So a quick little way to figure out how much wiggle room you have and to always make a profit, basically double your buy-in, is use this little trick. Now, if you've used Google Sheets, if you've used Excel, you can actually do this on a calculator as well. But when you go to list your item, understand how much this item cost you, but also understand what is your wiggle room. And you're going to use this formula. You're going to do cost of goods times 2 plus your postage cost, and then we're going to divide this number by 1 minus your fee percentage. And what this does is it gives you your minimum sale price. Now what this does is it gives you your minimum sale price, and in this case it's always going to ensure that you make a profit of what you paid. So if you paid $5, you're getting $5 profit back, which means you're actually getting $10 back into your pocket after fees and expenses, of course. So in this case, let's say the book cost $5. So you're going to do 5 times 2 plus $9.70. That's the average postage cost. I'm just using that as an example. And then you're going to divide this by 1 minus 15%. Now, the reason I've used 15% as the fee is because the average fee on eBay at the moment is around 13%. So you've got some promotions. I'm just giving you a little bit more just to make sure you understand that you've got, how much buffer you can actually give yourself. So when we put this all together, we actually get $23.18. So this gives you your minimum sale price with some wiggle room. It means you've got wiggle room of around $5. Now, as I said, the average fees are 13.4%, so you're actually still got a little bit more wiggle room. But that's just a little hint to do is when I do my fees, I do it at 15% because I am adding usually promos to these as well. So let's play it out. $23.18 minus $5, right? Minus postage of $9.70. Minus fees of 15%, that ends us up with $5 return. So that's 100% return. Now what that means is you can go out and you can buy 2 of what you started with. You've just doubled your opportunity. You can see how that compound effect is going to work in your favor very, very quickly. That's assuming you can get the same books. But the question I now have for you is, would you be willing to take $7 profit? So you want more, right? Maybe you want 140% return. Maybe you're happy with a 100% return of $5. Or maybe you're willing to take a 40% return of $2 profit or $1 profit. This is where understanding your numbers is so important because it gives you the power to sell. And now, if you're not too fussed with doubling your money and you really just want to move an item, and this is something to consider if it's not selling after 30 days, 45 days, or 90 days, or 60 days, heck, maybe you've purchased it in 1 week and you've paid so little for it, you just want it gone and you just want to get your money back in your pocket so you can do the whole process again. Well, this is why it's so important to understand your numbers. And I have a new formula for you that will help you then figure out maybe where your most comfortable position is. So what we're going to do is we're going to do your cost of good plus post again. You're going to find what sale price it is that you want to sell it as. So if you know that these items are worth $45, but maybe you're thinking, oh, actually, if I got $30, I'm going to be pretty happy. Let's go with that. You're then going to do 15% times that sale price. So 15% times 30. And now you can work out the actual profit, which is sale price minus cost of good, minus post, minus fees. So that's just a quick way to actually figure out, reverse engineer where your minimum point is based on your own tolerance. But usually if I want an item going, I'm pretty much happy to just get this item moving. And as long as I'm covering the cost and maybe getting a little bit of juice on the top, well, then there's another little formula that we can use to make sure that we find this lowest point always very quickly. And that way you can update your accept best offer to basically have this item move and clear very, very quickly. As long as you got automatically decline offers of less than, and then you've got this to automatically accept at the certain price that you're willing, this is going to work in your favor very, very quickly. So in order to find what the minimum, absolute minimum, like the bare minimum to ensure that you're still going to make a profit, but the item is going to sell and cover all its costs. So what you're basically going to do is follow this little formula. So what you're going to do to find this minimum sale price is you're going to go cost of good plus your post cost, and you're going to times both of these by 1.2. That gets you your minimum sale price. Now, obviously you get your fees, so 15% times that sale price, and now you can reverse engineer it and you can see that sale price minus cost of good minus post minus fees, you're still making a profit. It's a very little profit, but you're still making a profit. So depending on where your comfort level is, is where you can leverage the tools in place. We've got the allow offers that obviously enables offers in the first place. So you can accept, you can counter, you can decline. You've got the minimum offer that allows you to actually say, well, this is the minimum offer that I'm even going to consider. But then you've got the auto accept, right? And that's where if you know what your minimum is, you can put your minimum is that you're comfortable with. By all means, please remember that. And you can get these things moving, because I guarantee there's going to be people come along and they're going to find the $40 item and they're going to offer you 25, they're going to offer you 30, they're going to offer you 20. If you can afford to have that item move and you've paid very little money for that, why are you not moving it? Why are you holding on to it? Why do you want the extra $5 profit just to have it sit around for an extra 60 days, extra 30 days? Why don't you want to move it? That's a question I have for you. Only you can answer it. Understand that we're not here to collect items. We're here to collect money, right? I'm trying to make money. We're all trying to make money. So if you want to make more money, sell more items. To sell more items, sell it to people that are willing to pay for it, as long as you're making a profit. So that's the trick. Now, don't forget, when you sell an item, you're not just getting back the profit. You're also getting back the original cost too. So obviously the fees and postage pay for itself. It explains that, fees, postage. But if you've sold an item for a profit of $5, and the cost of good was also $5, you're getting $5 plus $5 back into your pocket. So you're getting $10 back into your pocket. You're not just getting the profit. So the key thing here is you need to come prepared to the game. You need to not rock up to this thinking you're just going to see what hits and you'll just figure it out as you go. Come with a game plan. Come to own what it is you're doing. Because when you can control the narrative, when you can control your numbers and you can understand what's going to happen in terms of how much money you're going to make or what's the minimum money you're going to make. And just because you set a minimum best offer acceptance, right? You might be happy to accept $20 and that's a $40 item. Someone might come along and offer you $25. Someone might come and offer you $30. It doesn't mean you're going to get $20 for the item. It just means that's the worst case you're going to get, but you've covered it. You're going to cover all your costs and you're still going to make some dollary doos on top. Know your bottom line and apply it, because that's why we understand numbers, because it gives us the advantage to be able to make these decisions. Now, it will take some adjustment to get used to this. And, we don't want you to be giving away everything at cost price, right? You need to be making some dollars on the top, and you need to understand that you're not going to always want to be selling everything at this low price. There are certain items that are worth big dollars, and stick to your guns on those. But there's other items which are so competitive, so saturated, that if you've got the advantage to be able to sell it and, beat your competitors, then do it. But there's other items. I'm not saying take $5 or $20 for a $150 item. You might take 80 or 90 for it though, but make sure you understand that tolerance level. And when I say understand that tolerance level is you don't want to be just sitting on, I want to make 300% return. Think about, okay, are you willing to make a 20% return, a 50% return, a 100% return? Heck, if I'm making a 5% return, that's better than if I've got the money sitting in the bank, right? We've got to understand that we want to put this money to work and we want it back in our pockets as soon as possible so we can get it back out the door and make it work for us again as quick as possible, because money tied up is not really doing anything for us. And then you need to start to consider, has this item been sitting around for more than 30 days, more than 45 days, more than 60 days, more than 90 days? And if it's not moving, start to consider updating your, best offer accepted to your lowest accepted amount. Because even if you're getting 2% back, it's better than actually just taking it to the local op shop and donating it or culling it and getting nothing for it and just writing it off. You may as well get some dollars back into your pocket. So there you go. That is my thoughts on best offer. And I tell you, best offer has been working in my favor, because this week I've been pushing so many items out just because I've been having so many offers and people are struggling at the hip pocket. So you want to use that at your advantage. If you've got the ability to do it, make it work. So this is my week. We're going to jump into how the week has actually progressed. But first, let me take you through actually all the items that have been selling. So as you can see here, it has been a very lucrative week. Done over 146 sales of items, clothing being the best one, 67 sales. Now in the clothes section here, you can see I've sold 67 items. I did move 30 of these items in a wholesale capacity, just getting things out the door, getting some cash flow, and that really did boost the dollary doos for this week. Of course, books, toys, electronics have been really, really good as well. You can see jeans there done $234 as well. But all in all, DVDs just this week alone, $324 in cash flow. So very happy with that. And actually we've sold quite a few things all around, but it has been my top week ever, which is really, really rewarding. In terms of the top items that have been selling this week, or some of the cool items and top items, I've got 4 that I want to share with you today. And the first one is this Ariat Women's new Team Soft Shell jacket. Now, I picked this one up just a couple of weeks ago in one of my most recent thrift videos. It actually has sold twice. People have cancelled on it, and it sold the 3rd time instantly after relisting. I paid $8.89 for this item, was able to sell it for $109.70, had it listed for $120, took a best offer of $100, and then they paid $9.70 postage, and I've walked away with $72.66 after fees and postage. Top item number 2 for this week was this Mad magazine bundle of 10 issues. These were the super specials for Australia. I paid $3.38 for this lot. I got this in a big bulk lot of items. Was able to sell it for $72.70. I also took a best offer on this one, and I think it was $60 plus $12.70 postage, and I've walked away with $46.90 after fees and postage back into my pocket. Top item number 3 for this week was the Treasury of David study books. There was 3 volumes here. I did pay $11.79 for these. I got these from a Savers run before, and I had these sitting at $80, had them set at $70, and then I relisted it, and I'm pretty sure I sold them for $50 plus $13 postage, and that gave me $63, and then after fees and postage walked away with $31.82, which was quite rewarding. And then the final item for this week that I wanted to share was this Kenji Denim Sherpa jacket. Now, I picked this one up not that long ago as well. Paid $7.55 for it, was able to move it for $45. I had it sitting at $60. Someone offered me half price, $30, but I knew I had paid less than $8 for this, and I also was charging them $15 postage. So I got $45 back into my pocket in terms of cash flow, and then after fees and postage, I've walked away with actually $21.11 from a profit perspective. So again, still, I've tripled my money basically. It's incredible. So best offers really do work in your favor if you understand your numbers. So in terms of the week in general, how the actual progress has happened, well, as you can see here, 148 sales. Margin is a bit low, 36%. I have been moving items out the door just to get the cash flow happening, and cost of goods was $1,175. I've sold $3,878.50 worth, and profit came in at $1,413.49 with an ASP of $26.21 with an average cycle time of 104 days. And a lot of those 104 days is averaged so high because of the DVDs in my store selling. Everything else is moving pretty quick. So not really trying to hold on to things as long as possible. Just get them out the door, get the profit back in my pocket, and then just do the whole process again. All right, so that has been the week. That has been my topic of best offers and how to manage those lowball offers. We're now going to dive into some behind the scenes and give you a quick little update of what's been happening in the shop. Howdy team. All right, it is Monday, and I was just grabbing one more thing here, which I think I've misplaced it. Anyway, let me take you through all the orders. We've got about 43 going out for a Monday morning. Lots of clothes, as you can see. We've got media, books, media and books. That phrase I picked up for $50, went for 112. A cassette recorder, some VC Andrews, more clothes, more books, clothes. It's all the same. I'm very grateful. This one was pretty cool. Picked this up just the other day. Australian Open polo, Ralph Lauren. Lots of North Face jeans. There is even a little tape in there. Some CDs and DVDs underneath there. We've even sold a little car. This is a lot of old stock. I would never get this now. Yeah, it's been pretty good. All right, so we're going to pack all this up and get it happening. Yeah, there's a lot of other things I need to be doing. Like, as I keep saying, I think every video for the last couple of weeks, I've got to do a resort of all this. There's a bunch of books in here that I need to start culling as well. A lot of dead stuff in here, but it takes time, so I have to carve out the time for it and really just focusing on the growth rather than the cleanup of the output of all the dead stuff. But can't be too hard with this, because if you cull everything too quick, I feel like it has an impact to your stock. That's theory from what I've heard from other people as well. So just something that I'm just being mindful of as well. But we got the shelves are looking pretty full, as you can see. So anyway, let's get packing. All right, team, all done. Can concentrate now. There was people with music and things before, so that's why I was probably, if I sounded weird, that's probably why. All right, so this is all done. We've had a couple more packages actually sell while I was here as well, so that's pretty good. A couple of international, only one express that someone's actually ordered. Some of them might actually no, this wasn't express. I bumped them up for free because they did a combined shipping, but no one else has bought any express. It's funny because the last couple of weeks there have been some express, but I don't know, it's weird. I don't mind the express because I usually make some extra WDs. Yeah, no, this is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. So all done and dusted. I'm gonna head on home and do some more work. Team, it's Thursday and we've got 49 items going out. Still trying to get past the 38,000. I've been up to 38.7, come back to 38.3, now 38.5. So it's a challenge, but we've got lots going out. So we've got a lot of books, we've got a lot of clothes, got a camera, we've got books, some games and DVDs. We've got books behind there, a little robot guy, jeans, clothes. Some of these, like I've just listed the other day, especially the North Face stuff. I've got a cleaner up there at the moment. Clothes, we've got some Vans going out. This guy, got even Bart going out as well. I've sold him a few times. Got a Mac keyboard, more fleeces, jackets, shirts, lots of DVD media over here. We've got some Lego going out too, so very happy with all this. As you can see, I've just emptied this, like it's sold. I literally put it here at the end of last week, so stuff is moving very quick, especially the warmer stuff. And yeah, I've still got to do a sweep, but there's no point doing a sweep if it's moving this quick. So I'm grateful. Got more stock to put in. It's all happening. Let's get cracking. I've got more stock arriving tomorrow. Getting another about 90 kilos of clothing, so that should be pretty crazy. Anyway, it's all good stuff. This stuff it crazes me out. I've also got a pack of Pokemon cards going out, a few actually, to some of our winners. Also, that was for John, so big shout out to John. Not Johnny Boy, not our usual winner, but John Roberts, I think it was. He hasn't won before, but I will give a little shout out to him because he actually got the banger for the night. This is from the live stream last night, and I had Ethan Rooshock live on the stream. There you go. And we spoke about the reseller spreadsheet that I've just launched with him, and it's going really well. So if anyone has been supporting me with that, thank you very much. Of course, my aim is it's not for you to buy it to support me, it's me to sell to you so that you can build your business better. All right, let's get packing. Well, there you go. Not too much behind the scenes, but regardless, I still wanted to share it with you. Look, when it comes to managing numbers, when it comes to, how do I understand my numbers better, I actually now have a solution for this. I have actually just released a reseller spreadsheet. I've teamed up with Ethan Rooshock, tax accountant. If you need help with accounting or your end of year tax and you are a reseller or running a small retail business or an online business, he's actually really good in this area. He's a reseller himself. He's done small businesses himself. He knows the numbers and he knows how that works. So I actually teamed up with him and we've released a reseller spreadsheet. If that's something that you are curious about, that you're interested in, your master stock tracker, it's going to manage your inventory, how you source items, manage all your costs, your income, your expenses, and also give you a rundown of how you're actually tracking on a monthly basis. If that sounds like something you're interested in, there is some more details down below. More than happy to answer any questions about this as well if you've got any questions. And speaking of questions, if you do have any comments, thoughts, or anything about this video or how you manage best offers, chuck them down below. Otherwise, you have a wonderful day. Cheers.